Hello everyone, hope you're all enjoying your day today. Welcome to Quick Review. I recently saw Se7en, directed by David Fincher and stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. This movie is a classic and one of Fincher's best movies. As for what I've seen from Fincher's filmography, I've seen Fight Club, Zodiac, and The Social Network, and I love all of them. Se7en has now been added to the movies I love. This movie is the perfect example of how to make a good thriller. I started shaking during the climax because of how scary it was. This will be a quick review, so I'll just summarize my thoughts.
No! 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 No!
My only negative is that some scenes drag a bit, but it's important information given to the audience, so I'll let it slide. Everything I have to say about this movie is nothing but praise.
Anyone who spends a significant amount of time with me finds me disagreeable. Just ask your husband.
Very true. Very, very true.
First, I want to applaud Fincher by taking the less is more approach. Like, the perfect example, this is not showing the murders. It's the perfect way to keep us in suspense. Makes us guess who the murderer is and what he looks like. The box scene was another perfect example of how to do less is more. The acting was great, especially Brad Pitt. He was amazing, and I'm so glad this movie didn't do the cliche hot shot cops, and I have to once again mention the genius idea of not showing the murders. It makes us imagine what it must have been like, and that's crazy. The aftermath of the murders are scary enough, and I couldn't even imagine the faces of the victims. Though Kevin Spacey was barely in the movie, but holy moly does he make an impact.
Detective.
After this, I'm
Detective.
gone.
No big surprise.
Detective! You're looking for me.
The climax itself was amazing and brought up the final score of this review. Overall, you should watch it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And I do want to talk about the climax of the movie. It gave me chills. I'm not kidding, I was in suspense. Like, again, showing the less is more approach during the box scene was genius. Though we already know what's in the box, by not showing us what's in the box, we can imagine the horror by just seeing like the character's reaction to it. I think that's genius. Kind of reminds me of the Tarantino, like the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. So I think that's pretty genius. I also love the cinematography. I think it looks very nice. I like the color choices, even though my brother complained about the color choices actually. I like them. It kind of reminds me of the Fight Club, Since the movie's mentioning the miserable state of that city, it makes sense that the colors reflect that in the movie. And also, I feel like whenever there's a chase scene, it feels very real, Though it actually was real because Brad Pitt broke his arm. So yeah, and even though most of us knew Kevin Spacey would be the killer of the movie, it didn't, I didn't expect him to show up near the end of the movie, which was complete genius, by the way, because then we get to enjoy whatever he has to say for like the rest of the movie. Also, another thing I noticed during the climax was when Brad Pitt finds out that his wife's head is inside the box, the camera starts shaking, and while the camera is very fixated on Kevin Spacey and Morgan Freeman, while Brad Pitt's shaking. I think that's very genius. Only a talented director like David Fincher could come up with something like that. And I think that's all the thoughts I have when I'm rambling.
David, if you kill him, he will win.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh!